Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Short and sweet. So this video is a recording of a live free dispatch training that I did. There is lots of information in there, lots of goodies. I run down the art of dispatching really quick to the class, and I offer my dispatch training class in the video. I offer the DAT links. You guys know I've been linking those in the last few videos. And I offer a 15% coupon code for a dispatch training class. So because I am putting this out to you guys, if you would like to jump in on that class and save some money, I will send a coupon code out for you guys as well for watching this video here on YouTube. So you're welcome. But anyways, comment down below, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and I will talk to you guys later. Enjoy the clip.
Recording in
Hey everyone, good evening. I'm just gonna wait a couple minutes until to make sure that everyone gets in. I'm gonna wait 1 or 2 minutes. How are y'all doing today? It is Thursday. Thank God we're almost at Friday. Oh my gosh. I am so over this week. Oh Lord. Let me share the screen with you guys. So my name is Shanique. Welcome guys. I've been doing dispatching for quite a while now. I also am a carrier company, so we run and operate our own trucks as well. Oh, hey Carmen, it's so funny. My last name is Hunter, so I was like, wait, am I signed in twice? That's funny. Yes, it has been the longest week. Oh my gosh. Hey Bonnie. Yeah, so I said, let me do a little free dispatch training to give back, and support you guys. This is going to be a quick dispatch training, though. I'm only going to do like 30 minutes to an hour. I'm just going to run down the basics of dispatching, and I'm going to open the floor to you guys to see if you have any questions. Sounds good? So it looks like there's only 4 of us. I don't know if the other people are joining or if they wanted to wait till 10. But I'm going to interact with you guys as much as possible. I want to know from you guys, what do you know about dispatching so far?
nothing.
Nothing at all?
Well, I know that the dispatchers send to the trucks where they have to go.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Gives them their address where they have to go, but that's all I know.
Okay. So we'll break it down a little bit. and we'll start from scratch. So the role of a dispatcher, the definition is to send something from somewhere. Oh, let me share the screen. All right. So a dispatcher is a person who sends something to a destination, right? So you have like a 911 dispatcher. Um, you have what other dispatchers are there? There's so many different types of dispatchers. I could only think of 911 right now, but you also have freight dispatchers. So the truck dispatcher is someone who acts as an agent for a carrier company. Now, what is a carrier? A carrier is just a trucking company. And the way I remember what a carrier means is they carry something, right? They're carrying freight from one destination to another destination. So, Carmen, you are correct. The dispatcher finds and books loads and sends the trucks to somewhere. So there are keys to becoming a successful dispatcher, right? You got to communicate effectively and efficiently, because we're the ones that are going to be communicating on the truck's behalf. So we need to have good communication skills. We got to be able to talk to the truckers. We got to be able to talk to brokers or shippers, the ones who are shipping the freight. Anybody know what a broker is? Don't all jump out at once.
A broker would be the middleman.
Right, right. So you have the shippers, right, who are sending the freight. They're the ones that have the goods that need to send it to a destination. Usually when they need a big bulk of trucks to move freight, the shippers don't want to deal with that because they already got to deal with everything going on in their warehouse. So what they'll do is they'll contract brokers who already have quote unquote relationships with the different trucks to go and find work or get the freight moved for them. So that's essentially what the broker is. The broker is the person who's going to schedule the freight and get it moved for the shipper on their behalf. All right, so that is what a broker is. So you got to be able to communicate. As a dispatcher, you're working on behalf of the carrier. Now you can either work for a carrier company, and that's called a company dispatcher, or you can work for yourself, like moi, as an independent dispatcher. So as an independent dispatcher, you can work remotely. You don't have to answer to anyone. You're working as an independent contractor with the carrier companies. There's nothing wrong with working as a company dispatcher. I know a lot of people who get a lot of good experience working as a company dispatcher. And you would just be working directly with a certain amount of trucks. So other than being able to communicate with everybody on behalf of the carrier or the trucking company, you got to be self-driven and motivated, and you got to possess problem-solving skills. And I apologize if y'all hear screaming in the background. I have 4 little kids, so I have them. They're home from school now, and the baby's here, so you might hear some screaming in the background. But so yeah, possessing problem solving skills. You have to be able to think. Dispatching is such, well, the trucking industry as a whole is such a changing industry. It's constantly changing. There's constantly so many things coming up. So as a dispatcher, you got to be able to think on your toes. If something goes wrong with a load or the freight while the truck is transferring it in the middle of the night, you're going to be the point of contact to reach out to the broker or the shipper, and find out what's going on and figure out the situation. All right. So the dispatcher's role is, you're going to either be hired or contracted by the carrier with the purpose of finding the loads, or the freight, or what's called commodities. So a commodity is just a type of goods that's on the truck, and you're gonna um, look for the loads for the carrier to move from point A to point B, from the shipper to the receiver, or what's called the consignee or consigner. So you're going to be communicating all the load details and everything between the broker and the carrier. All right. So, oh, someone just came in. Um, so that's basically the role of the dispatcher. Um, hey, Diva. That's basically the role of a dispatcher. Um, so we basically need to find and book loads. Hey,
Sorry,
we
I'm late.
That's okay. That's okay. We're just getting started.
Okay.
We're just talking about the role of the dispatcher. So, and the different types of dispatchers. The dispatchers, you can either be a company dispatcher or you can be an independent dispatcher. Um, so, meaning that I just gave you guys that information, I'm curious, what type of dispatcher are you guys looking to be if you get into dispatching?
Independent.
Independent, okay. How about you, Carmen or Bonnie? What do y'all think?
I would like to be independent, but I gotta learn it first.
Right, right.
And then and then just hit it from feet running.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've been in the same field for 16 years, and I know I'm a multitasker. But I know that I have to start somewhere,
Right.
and I don't think not knowing the business that well, I could be an independent, maybe in 6 months, but not right now.
Okay. Well, I can tell you, I have, I was telling you guys I have 4 kids. Three of them are in school. I have a 1-year-old baby. She just turned 14 months.
Oh,
And I have been doing it from home, and I have been doing it okay. So if I can do it, you can do it.
yeah,
Um,
I don't have no
I
babies.
can see. Yeah, so see, you can do it too. That's it. Let me tell you guys. Let
Mhm.
me let me tell you guys. Oh, go ahead. You had a question?
No, I'm saying I work from home as it is.
Okay, that's good.
Mhm.
That's good. So let's talk about that, right? Let me see if I can put this in slide mode or slideshow mode so you guys can see this better. Let me know if you guys are seeing everything okay. By the way, if you can't see the screen, let me know. Um,
Yes, we could see it.
Yes.
good.
Hey, Laura.
Hey, sorry. I was eating dinner. That's why I wasn't talking. But I'm here.
All right. Over there stuffing your face. I'm over here drinking
What?
some.
Yes.
I know it's been a long day, so if you guys want to eat whatever it is, this
This has been the longest
chilling.
week.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
I
tell
Oh,
me about it.
I just
I've
got
been
out of work
dragging.
at 4:30, so I'm starving, and I have another meeting at 7:30.
Oh Lord. Well, we're gonna be quick. I'm just giving you guys some basics today. So let me tell you guys the 5 steps with getting set up as a dispatcher. It's pretty straightforward. A lot of people get nervous when it comes to starting a business, but it's not really that hard. So first, you just want to form your corporation, right? Now, the beauty of dispatching, you don't have to have a business to dispatch as an independent dispatcher. Um, in the US, you're able to work for yourself as an independent contractor. So you can literally file your taxes and fill out W-9s as yourself with your social security number. Now that's all I'm gonna tell y'all because I'm not a lawyer. So I'm just gonna tell you that. I'd advise you guys to do the research on your own. But I will tell you that do it as you can do it as an independent person. You don't have to start a business, but if you do start a business, it's not hard. So the first thing you want to do if you're going to do it independently is form your own corporation. If you're going to do it on your own, the only thing you need to do between you and the carrier is have an agreement. So you would have what's called a dispatch to carrier agreement. And I can show you guys that in a second. But the first step you want to do, form your corporation, right? Step 2, figure out your niche or the specialty and learn your equipment. So when I say figure out your niche, there's so many different types of equipments that you can dispatch for to move freight. You can move lumber equipment, you can move dry goods, you can move produce, you can move oil, gas, chemicals. So as a dispatcher, you want to do research on the market, do research on the different equipment types, and see what would make the most money for you, but also what would be doable for you as a dispatcher to move. What would be easy for you. Sorry, one of my trucks are texting me. Okay, so what would be, the easiest thing for you as an individual, what works for you, and what makes the most sense in terms of money, because we all want to make that money, right? So that's what you would do, figure out your niche. Why is my side, do y'all see step 2 or isn't it just me?
No, we don't.
All right, let me X this out and just put the PDF here. I just got a new monitor and I'm trying to figure it out, so it looks like it just froze. So let me just put this up here. All right, you guys see it now?
Yes.
Okay, so you want to figure out your niche or specialty. Learn your equipment. Step 3, learn the business. That's what you're doing here, right? You're learning the business. So you guys
Yes.
are taking the first step. So once you learn the business, you want to create your dispatch agreement, make flyers, business cards. I would say, especially when you're being independent, and I'm a business owner. I also have a food truck. My parents also own 2 Jamaican restaurants, and I've been in business a long time, probably like over 15 years now. And over those 15 years, I've learned within the last few years, social media is your biggest tool to use when you're marketing business. It's the best thing. You don't have to pay to promote in flyers anymore. You don't have to pay to put yourself in the newspaper. You don't have to spend a dime when it comes to social media. You can literally build your platform on social media and market that way. And
I
I'll
have a
tell you guys,
question.
yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so being an independent dispatcher,
Mhm.
you're the one that has to find your own business?
Yes. Yeah, because you're independent. So you would find your trucks on your own. So that's the difference between working for a carrier company and working for a carrier company as a dispatcher, as a company dispatcher, and working as an independent dispatcher. So when you're independent, you're finding your own trucks, you're finding the brokers to work with, you're doing everything. So so that's why for step 4, you want to start building a social media presence. You can make flyers. You can go out to like the truck stops, hand out your flyers, or one of the good tips that I see a lot of people do is they'll hand out little goodie bags And then you don't even have to talk to the carrier. Just tell them, hey, thank you for your service. Make like a little toiletry bag or little treats, little snacks for them, and put your little card in there and tell them, thank you for your service. We appreciate you. When they get in their truck and they're all settled and they're opening up their goodies and looking at it, they'll see your card and say, okay, that's a dispatcher. Maybe I'll hit her up and see if I can use, well, he or she, because you know we have male dispatchers too. Maybe I can hit them up and see if I can use their services. And I can tell you guys from experience, I haven't had to set foot outside of my house to find carriers. I've done marketing through social media. Laura is actually one of my biggest helpers as well. Word of mouth, I've gotten carriers. So it's, don't think of it as a challenge. It works as long as you market yourself on social media, you'll be fine. So once you get all that set up, you get your LLC, you get your flyers, you get you learn your niche, you learn the business. Step 5 is to find a driver. Now let me tell you guys some ways you can find drivers other than going out to the truck stops. Number 1, you can utilize social media, build your website, get a social media presence, go on Facebook, Instagram. What else? Even TikTok, I see people getting carriers from making TikTok videos now, or getting YouTube. I've gotten a lot of my carriers from just making YouTube videos and just showing myself what I do during the day dispatching. And people will call me, hey, I see you dispatching. Can you dispatch my truck? So you can find drivers that way. What else? What else? Word of mouth, advertisements. You can also do, I've also gotten a few contacts making an Indeed posting a job as a dispatcher looking for a carrier. So there's many ways that you can find your trucks. So questions, what are you guys thinking so far?
Well, I'm I have multiple business myself. I
Mm-hmm.
work mainly from home.
I know I see
Um,
you do taxes. I might have to call you.
yes, please do. Please do. Um, Definitely do. Because there's so many awesome credits now. Awesome
Mm-hmm.
credits. Um, and I'm a American consultant as well.
Okay.
Um, I have helped my husband dispatch because we have a trucking company.
Okay.
But um I know some things. I don't know everything, or how
Mm-hmm.
to find other trucks. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
And what would be the best option for me? Because I have multiple businesses, I would like to do like one website and
Mm-hmm.
have like links to all my different businesses inside. So I was just trying to figure out, would that be a good idea? Or, how would that play out? I'm not sure, you know.
Okay. So that's a good thing that you do multiple businesses. It's good to have many hats. So number
Yeah.
1, hats off to you. And then second, so what I see a lot of people do is they'll have a link tree. Um, So you create, I don't know, other than the taxes, what your other businesses are, but
Hmm.
taxes is a business that you can intertwine with the trucking, with the dispatching, because you're working with owner operators, people that own their
Hmm.
trucking companies. So they're
Hmm.
going to need to file their taxes. They're going to need to have support on that. So one thing you can do is have one main page for your
Hmm.
dispatching and then offer your tax services on there. I'm
Okay.
not sure if all of your other businesses could intertwine with each other.
Hmm.
But another way that you can do it is on your social media or wherever you have your website, post a link tree, and that link tree will have the different links, and you can link your different resources or the
Yeah.
other things that you do. So that's one way that you can do it.
Okay.
For me, like for example, the food business and the trucking are two totally different things. So I have to have
Okay.
separate websites for that. But for the food truck business, I just use social media. I don't even have a whole website or anything. Social
Mm-hmm.
media has been my marketing tool. And of course, you know, your food has to be good or your product has to be good
That's
and
right.
the quality
That's
is good,
right.
and your customer service.
That's right.
And so yeah, yeah, that's pretty much what I would suggest to do.
And one more question. I'm
Hmm.
also, well, I want to like get my foot, more into the dispatching services for a little while, but I
Yeah.
also would like to do brokerage, you know,
Okay.
put that together.
So freight brokering, I can tell you, I'm starting off with that right now, and it's gonna take a lot of your time. So if you build a dispatch business, I would
Mhm.
suggest doing what I'm trying to do now, which is you would have to train and hire help to help you run your
Mhm.
business um, while you
Yeah.
start off with the freight brokerage. Or you could have freight agents to go out and build the book of business for you, and then they would bring their business through you. You pay them a percentage.
Okay.
So those are some options.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good options.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Sounds good. So what do you guys think are some tools that you would need to dispatch?
I know a computer, printer. Um, let's see, a good mobile device that you can work on as well, like if you're on the go.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes a portable.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if you travel as well. A portable printer is what I'm saying, trying to say. Um, don't we need to have like certain now? Do we have to have like certain paperwork for that?
For dispatching,
Yeah.
other than your dispatch agreement, other than a type of agreement that you make with the carrier that says, hey, I'm going to be paid X amount of percentage, I'm dispatching for this company. Um,
Mm-hmm.
this is the percentage that we agree to. As long as you have that in there, I would suggest you have some sort of clauses to protect yourself as the dispatcher, so that
Okay.
you have no liabilities. And what else? And then something that shows that you are going to be acting on behalf of the carrier to sign
Mm-hmm.
off on the contracts and everything for them when you're dispatching and booking the loads.
So what is the percentage like? Um, how much would the percentage would be like to charge?
Well, I'm gonna counter back with a question to you and ask, how much do you think you're worth? So some people charge 5%. I've seen people charge 3%. I've seen people charge
I'm
just
worth more than that.
10% across the board.
How
Yeah,
much percent? 10?
10. So the average I see is 10% for certain trucks. Now the way I do
And
it,
go
oh,
ahead.
oh, the way I do it is I charge based on the truck situation. I'm a family oriented person.
Mm-hmm.
My husband runs hot shot trucks, so I know with certain loads with the hot shot, you're not gonna make as money as per se a semi truck.
Okay.
So
That's why it's good to do our research as well.
yes, yes.
Okay. Okay.
So once you know the dynamics of the trucking industry and what they make, then you can kind of make your decision. For me, I charge an initial setup fee because I know there's going to be work to get the paperwork done and everything,
Yeah.
especially if you're a newer authority.
Yeah.
Then you have to look at yourself as this. how is your service going to be? Is your service going to be quality? Are you going to provide good customer service? Are you going to be professional when it comes to working with the brokers, the trucks? Me, I think I have exceptional service. I am Mercedes. I am not Ford.
All
So,
right. Okay.
right. So that's how you have to look at yourself. And based off on the services that you provide and everything, then you can gauge it. So, for example, if I'm dispatching a box truck, I'll only charge maybe 5 to 8%. Some dispatchers, if they work with a carrier that has a big fleet of trucks, they'll charge a flat fee. And I am open to doing that now as well. But it would, but you, so you just gauge what you want to do in your business pretty much. But the average, Alexa, stop. The average I've seen is 10% across the board. Some people just start off with 10%. That's all they charge. That's all they'll do. Some people will have preferences. Some people don't want to work with box trucks or hot shots or power only because it is more work. Some people prefer to work with just reefers, flatbeds, and dry vans. Sorry, guys, if I'm confusing you. I know this is a
I
lot
know what
to
those
take in.
are. I know what that is. Maybe some of them don't. You might want to explain.
Yes, so the reefer, flatbed, and dry van, those are usually pulled by semi trucks, guys. So the semi trucks, they're gonna make more money. They're gonna be a little easier to dispatch for because they have an abundance of loads out there. Now, when it comes to like the box trucks, those are like those moving vans that you see. The hot shots, I don't know if you guys ever seen like a pickup truck pulling a flatbed. What else? What else is there? Power only is a semi truck, but when you're booking for a power only, you're gonna have to find trailers that the power only can hook up to pull the load, or different equipment that they would have to hook up to. All right. So with that being said, the box trucks, the hot shots, those smaller trucks, sprinter vans, even, those are harder to dispatch because well, actually, let me open the floor. Let me ask you guys why you think those would be harder to dispatch. There's a common denominator on what makes those trucks harder to dispatch. What do you
Which
guys
trucks?
think? The box trucks, the box trucks, the hot shots, the little flatbeds that pull. Why do you guys think those would be easier?
Um, because they be having a lot more work. All over for those, definitely. Also, too, um, like some box trucks, you have to um pull them. Well, actually, you have to load them up and have them unload, and then sometimes they're already loaded. So in some cases, it may just be how you call it. Um, you just said it. Like just hook up and go type of situation.
Well, the box trucks are like the moving trucks.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, the with
like the
uh,
U-Hauls and
uh,
the
okay, that's what y'all call the box trucks. I
that's
was
what
thinking of the
box truck is.
trailers. I was thinking of the trailers. Okay.
Yeah, so a box truck, when you think of a box truck, think of like a U-Haul truck. What other
Mm,
moving trucks are there? What's another big moving truck? But those are the box trucks.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're close, but there's a common denominator on why certain trucks are harder for dispatchers to find loads for. Carmen or Bonnie, what do you guys think?
I think that the box trucks and the hot shots would be like more local runs. So it's probably easier. And like with the dry vans and the reefers and things like that, they're usually like cross country or across a few state lines.
Okay, good, good. You're getting close. You're getting close.
Yeah.
So they're easier
I
to
have
look
one.
for.
I think it's like, for example, I don't know if you have Tate's, whatever company, and they're gonna do the local deliveries of your washers and your dryers, and they do them in box trucks.
Okay, Carmen, I see you. So they book partials. There's a lot of partials that are for that equipment. So that's
Right,
why it makes it harder because you got to put the partials together.
Yes,
right,
that's right too. But also, what's going to make it harder to dispatch for is because you don't need a CDL for those types of trucks. So, guess what's going to happen? Everybody and their mom is going to be trying to move these trucks. So, for you as a dispatcher, it is going to be difficult to find those loads because everybody is fighting to grab those loads because you don't need to have a CDL to drive a moving van. You don't need a CDL. Me and you can go out there and go rent a big 26-foot moving truck and move our house, right?
That's
right.
true.
And me and
Um,
you go.
so I live near the port of Tampa,
Mm-hmm.
okay, where the freight trucks come in to get the cargo that's coming from, say, China. And they're gonna load it in the truck and dispatch it. You think those are easy?
So that is another industry that right now is a little difficult. So that type of freight is called intermodal freight. And what intermodal means is you're moving freight between the land and the sea and the air. Um, so what do you see, Carmen, when you see what do you see often in the near the port of Tampa? What are those big things called that you can ship stuff in? They're containers. So containers can be transported by a lot of different equipment. They can be transported by semi trucks. They can be transported by the hot shots. Um, they can be transported on flatbeds. Um, so there's so many different ways that things can be transported. And there's a lot of money out there in that industry. So with that one, I would say that one is challenging for the same reason. Everybody's trying to do it.
Right.
So when you have such oversaturated industries, um, well, let's start with this. So let's go back to the tools that we need to dispatch, right? You can dispatch from your cell phone even. And that's actually what I started off doing. I started off because my husband was trying to find loads and the dispatcher that was booking for him was just kind of sitting and not finding loads. I'm like, you know what, let me try and see if I can figure this out. And long story short, I would just start asking whoever I know, my brother, hey, let me borrow let me figure out how to do this. Let me see how you book loads. Let me listen to you. So eventually I started learning, but what is one of the tools that you probably need to find the loads? Are we just, how are we going to get the broker's information, basically? Or where are we going to find the freight?
On load boards.
Right,
There are
right.
different
Good job,
types of
JB.
load
Oh, I didn't
boards.
even see you came in, JB. Hey, JB. Yes, load boards. So, um, with the load boards have freight. They have a lot of freight. Um, but with the load boards, a lot of the freight on the load boards are what they call leftover freight. So when the brokers can't find the trucks that they normally use to move the loads, they'll post it on the load board. So one of the things that we talked about in the beginning is our communication skills, right? So what do you guys think we should be doing? Um, who should we be building relationships with from the load boards in order to get more freight?
The brokers.
Right.
The shippers.
Right. Well, both.
Yeah, both. Yeah.
Both. Both. So now the shippers, you're gonna have to do a little more legwork. You're gonna have to research, go out there, probably talk to them in person or call them. But the brokers, you can get their information from the load boards. And actually, there are some shippers that will post on the load boards too, if you could find them and catch them. But you would be getting the broker's information from the load boards. So remember when we said communication skills as a dispatcher? One of the things that you want to do is build a relationship with the brokers. When you get on the phone with them, a lot of them are going to sound mean. They're going to sound agitated. They might hang up in your face. Your job as the broker, and not as a broker, as a dispatcher, look at me speaking it into being, calling you guys brokers. Your job as the
I
dispatcher,
receive it.
your job is as the dispatcher is to try to build that relationship with the brokers so that they can continue calling you with loads. So you need your computer. I would suggest to have a computer. We don't have to pay for a computer if we already have one. You can use the one you have. You don't need any special type of computer to dispatch for. But you can essentially dispatch from a smartphone. We're in what, 2022? Like, technology is so advanced now. You can download the load boards and apps on your phone, so you can literally start dispatching from your phone. So you guys are on the right track. These are some tools. These are 10 tools that you might need to dispatch. You need your computer, some monitors, because once you start building your book of business, working with a lot of people, I would suggest having multiple screens, but maybe you don't need multiple screens. Me, I wear glasses. I should be wearing them now, but I have no idea where the baby put them. But I need to have multiple screens because I'm going to be like this on the computer. So it helps, but you don't need it. Of course, your keyboard, your mouse, your phone, your printer. And I'm pretty sure if you guys are sitting on Zoom with me, you guys have all of that right now. So the startup cost to become a dispatcher is slim to none, if that. But if we would put a price on it, I would say anywhere between $500, $0 maybe, and maybe $3,500. If you're gonna go out and buy all the and that's if you're buying all the top-notch, fancy, smancy stuff. Load board is something that you need starting out in the beginning, especially when you don't know anyone yet in the industry. Unless you do, then that's good for you. But we all need to start off with the load boards if we're completely new to the industry. And what you will do is, as you get the contact information from the brokers from the load board, and you start speaking to them and building that relationship, when you talk to the ones you like, when you talk to the ones that give you a good paying load or are respectful, reasonable, save their number, write it down, put it on a sticky note, put it on a spreadsheet, but save their information. And what I would do to continue getting loads is start calling them every morning. Send them an email every morning. Like, I will send a broker I like an email every morning until they get tired of me and they're like, you know what? Let me just give Shanique a load because she just keeps emailing me every day. Let me just give her a load. And don't be afraid to be yourself. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Even if they sound nasty or aggy on the phone, I'll just tell them straight up, like, well, sir, did we wake up on the wrong side of the bed today? What's going on? And that will break the ice. They'll start laughing and they'll break out of character. Sometimes they don't even realize they're in the mood because the freight industry is such a fast-paced business. It's so cutthroat that sometimes they're just so, like, stuck on dealing with other people that are miserable, other truckers that are miserable. You know, trucks. La Diva, you're a carrier yourself, so you know when you're paying all those expenses, insurance every month, paying your truck payment, paying the fuel, you're gonna be miserable too. So some of these carriers and owner operators, when they're calling the brokers, some of them don't know how to have that good relationship, because to them, like, look, I just need you to give me a load and that's all I care about, and I just want to milk as much money out of you as possible. But when you start understanding the dynamics of what the brokers go through themselves, because they have to make their cut too from the shipper. And sometimes the shippers are giving them hell to move the load. Sometimes it's not always the brokers being cheap. Actually, majority of times it's not always the brokers. Sometimes it's the shippers. But then you do have some brokers that are cheap, that are stingy, that are taking more than their share, than their normal fair share. They're only supposed to take 10% off of the load, but some of them are taking double that or triple that. So it's up to us to just make that discretion, know who is who, know what's going on in the industry, and then we can move from there. All right. So that is pretty much that with what tools you need to get set up. What
I
else?
had a question. I have to think about it now.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have to think about it. I forgot.
Oh, okay. All right. Anybody else have questions so far? No?
I'm thinking, okay, all right, that there it is. Okay, because I decided I want to do brokerage, a little later once I get the full feel.
Mm-hmm.
Um, dispatching.
Mm-hmm.
Is it best to do it a corporation or like LLC? What is the best way to do it? Um, you know,
What
because
is,
I will be doing both. And like you said, I could intertwine my taxes with it because my tax business already Divas Tax and Business Services Group.
mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to see, shall I go with a corporation or an LLC, or what would be a better
Now, Ladiva, you
platform?
should know better than me. You're doing
I
the taxes.
I'm well,
Um,
I'm trying to see because different businesses require different types.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
So I can tell you this. I don't think there's a major difference.
Okay.
I don't think there's any major classifications that you would need as far as LLC and corporation. But I
Okay.
will be honest and tell you I don't really know much about that field. Um,
Okay.
I
I
do
put,
I do know that I have LLCs and I have a corporation as well. And when I did my dispatch, when I started out, I just filed it as a DBA under one of the LLCs.
Okay.
So for the
um,
oh,
I'm
go
sorry.
ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say, so for the dispatching, you're just providing a service. So I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't put too much weight on what type of classification you have. I do
Okay.
know that with the incorporation and the LLC, the difference is your liability, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So I would suggest, just from personal experience, to stay LLC if your tax services is an LLC. But see, tax when you're dealing with finance, there's a lot more liability and stuff that comes to your
Yeah.
business. So I might suggest to keep it separate from the trucking if you can. if it is an LLC, then maybe you could do a DBA. If it's an incorporation, I'm not really sure.
No, it's
So
an LLC.
okay, okay. So there is a possibility that you can just file a DBA and start a dispatch business under another umbrella, under another name, but under the
Okay.
tax umbrella. But again,
Okay.
I know finances are tricky, anything dealing with
Mm-hmm.
financing. So I don't want to give you any advice on
Yeah.
that just because I'm not, I'm not an attorney. I don't know anything
Yeah.
legally about
I'll
that
research
stuff.
some more about it.
Yeah, yeah. That definitely, but yeah, but those are the options that you can do.
Okay.
I have my business as an LLC,
Hmm.
and I could branch whatever new company I start under my LLC.
Right,
And
right.
the reason I didn't do a doing business as is because anybody could take your name. But when you do an
True.
LLC, that protects your name.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
And
Right.
you know what too? When you do that under an LLC, you could only put one business DBA under it. You can't put multiple, just one.
Mm,
Well, well, what I did was, for example, my company is called Babe Boss.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever I sell under Babe Boss, but it doesn't have to be the same product
Mm-hmm.
because now it's just one company name. So, for
Okay.
example, if I do decide to do dispatching, I will do it under Babe Boss, even though I'm already selling T-shirts under Babe Boss.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
so that's good to know. That's
Yeah.
good to know.
Yeah,
Oh,
but I feel like with trucking, since it's a big liability with certain things, you definitely gotta separate it.
yes, I agree. Especially if you have a carrier company though, you said, right, Ladiva?
Yes, ma'am.
So, I would suggest maybe doing your dispatching through the carrier company. If you were gonna do like a DBA or anything, do it with that business and separate it from the tax business.
Mm-hmm.
But again, each business, like Laura said, really should be separated.
Okay.
If you're gonna do that, you could do an umbrella maybe. I don't know what your business is already, but for example, if you do like a something and code, then you can do I forgot what it's called, but you can do like an umbrella company where you can file other companies underneath that company.
Yeah, I have that, but it's still an LLC, and I was only able to put one company under it, and that's my clothing store.
Okay, okay.
So I
Yes.
couldn't put any others. So I had to do an LLC with my tax business because I couldn't put it under there.
Right, right.
Unless I make it a corporation, then I could put as many as I want
Oh,
under one umbrella.
okay,
But I
understood.
want to be safe.
Right, right. Well,
Well, you get general, like you get property and casualty insurance,
yeah.
Okay.
and then you could insure all your businesses under one umbrella under the property and casualty.
Okay.
That's
And
true.
it wouldn't fall on me, right?
No, you would get. See, I'm an insurance expert.
Oh,
I've been doing it for
okay.
like 40 plus years.
Look at
You,
look at
Okay.
look at that. We have a tax specialist and insurance specialist in here.
I'm ready to retire. I'm over it. But you find yourself and it's not expensive. Just find yourself Google property and casualty brokers near you, and do at least 3 of them and get quotes. And then
Uh-huh.
you're gonna put all your different businesses under one policy, and you're gonna
Okay.
insure it for like $1 million or whatever you want, 500,000, and it's not pricey. Property insurance, property and casualty is not uh, an expensive insurance policy.
Okay. So with that, I can put it under like a corporation and umbrella. That's what you're saying?
Right. You could do, instead of doing 10 policies, you tell the broker that you want one policy and you tell them what businesses you want under that policy.
Okay, gotcha. Okay,
It's like general liability.
okay. Good information. Good information.
Okay, good. Yeah, that is really good information. Um, so Bonnie, I do teach a dispatch class. I see your question. I do teach a dispatch class. I charge $2.99 for the class, and I do Monday through Friday, 2 hours per day, and I go more in depth for the dispatching. I try to make it reasonable for everybody. I don't like the type of person I am, and I know a lot of you are in business too, so you guys are probably the same. I don't like going out there and spending like tons of money, and I don't like seeing people when they're trying to, get into things having to pay like 1,500. Like I'm seeing these dispatch classes for like $1,500, $2,000. I don't want to beat people over the head. So with you guys being in here, I want to give you guys a discount too for the dispatch class if you're interested in joining. And I'm also going to share right here in the chat this 30-day free DAT subscription that you guys can get. Go onto the load board, test it out. Look at it. I know a few of you already have businesses. So with DAT, you don't need an MC number, which is a motor carrier number. So if you are a trucking company, you will get what's called a motor carrier number, which allows you to travel across state lines, or you will have a DOT number, which stands for Department of Transportation, which will allow you to do business within the state lines. So a lot of load boards require you to have those numbers. Now the beauty with DAT is you don't need those numbers. You just need your company name to register. So I do use DAT as my main load board, and a lot of brokers, a lot of shippers use DAT as well for the load board system. So you can find lots of loads on there. So this is my gift to you guys, that 30-day free subscription. I have a lot of tips and tricks to give you guys as far as gaining your carriers, becoming affiliates, even with other companies, with factoring companies. Factoring companies are like the loan officers for the carrier companies. So, for example, when they're booking their loads, a lot of things in business, and I know Carmen, I know Ladiva, I don't know if Bonnie, but a lot of things are paid out on a net 30 term, maybe 15-day, 20-day. Sometimes it takes 60 days to get paid. So factoring companies will pay the trucking companies upfront within a day, within 2 days maybe, and then they'll go after the broker or shipper to get the rest, to get the funds from that load moved. So you can even partner with them as a dispatcher. When you partner with them, it's kind of like a you scratch my back, I scratch yours. So you bring me carriers to my factoring company, I'll send you trucks to your dispatch company, kind of thing. So that's another way you can gain carriers, another way you can gain business and network. So there's so many things that you can do. I would love to get more in depth with you guys, give you guys a step by step. This business is so much information, and realistically, you can't learn all this information in one day. It is a process. So I'm offering my class. If you guys are interested, feel free to reach out to me. I can get you signed up and get you in one of the classes. If not, I am going to try to also continue doing free dispatch classes.
I have a question.
Yes,
So what does this class do? It teaches us how to become a dispatcher?
it teaches you the full in-depth dispatching. Um, so I show you how to make your dispatch agreement, how to read the rate confirmations, how to book the load, how to use the load board. Um, so yeah. I know we went an hour. Oh gosh, we went an hour already. Time goes by so fast, right?
Yeah, when you're having fun.
I know. Um,
Okay, I'm thinking of something I wanted to ask.
anyone else has any questions? Okay, Bonnie, I will send you the information.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Uh, I'm gonna send you guys, I have your email, so I'm gonna send you guys a little discount code to use. I'm gonna make a code that I can give you guys. I also teach you guys little business tips and tricks too. So, for example, how to invoice your carriers, what's a good platform to use, how to make your flyers, how to do, because the way I do things, see, I got 4 kids and it's a struggle. Things are getting
Mhm.
so expensive now. So I will show you guys different ways that you can get things up and running without spending a lot of money. I am free 99 over here, so anything I can do to assist you guys in building your business and you know, making it in dispatching, I'd love to help you guys. And if you're a carrier, this is beneficial for you guys as well to learn the dispatching process, because even if you do decide to hire a dispatcher, you want to know what they're doing. You want to know what's going on in your business, and you want to be able, in the event that anything happens, you can go and book your load yourself and you can understand the dynamics and everything yourself as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay.
So,
Mhm.
if you guys have any more questions, feel free to reach out to me. Feel free to ask me. I don't mind, helping. Um, I give mentorship as well. Again, I don't charge a lot of money. Um, Sometimes I'll give you information I don't charge at all. I'm always open to helping build others. When you help build others, when you help others succeed, you succeed. You get your blessings back, right? So,
Yeah. Question.
yeah.
Do we reach out to you by email, or is
Yeah, reach
there a
out to me by
number?
email. Yeah, let me give you guys my cell phone number. I'm gonna send it in the text now. Don't go sharing this out to everybody now. I
Oh
can't
no,
have everyone
boo.
calling me.
No, boo boo. That's
But
for
yes,
me.
text me, reach out to me. That's my cell phone. That's my personal cell phone number. Um, Text me with any questions, send me an email. I'm gonna email you guys a discount code for the class, and I'm gonna email you the class link if you want to sign up for the class.
Okay.
The next one I'm doing, what we're in October. Oh Lord, we're about to be in November already.
I know.
That's
Goodness.
crazy. So next week I'm doing a class Monday through Friday. I'll probably do 8 to 10. I either do 6 to 8 or 8 to 10. Um,
Morning?
PM. No, girl, I
Eight.
gotta dispatch my trucks during the day.
I know, right? 8 to 10, or what was the other time?
8 to 10 or 6 to 8 p.m.
So it'll be 5 to
Five,
7 for
five.
me.
Okay, okay. You're
And yeah, I'm
what is it,
central.
Central? Okay,
So it'll be 5 to 7 or 7 to 9.
right. Eastern Standard Time.
I'm only be available 5 to 7 because I have other Zoom meetings after that.
Okay. So we can work something out. I can also do one-on-one classes as well if anyone wants it.
Okay.
So yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I
Thank
appreciate it.
you. Thank you.
Yes,
I
and
love your spirit, you know.
Thank you.
oh, thank you. I love you guys' spirit too. I already feel the good vibes coming
I know,
through the
right?
computer screen.
Yes, it was a great Zoom.
Yes,
It
thank you,
really was.
Laura. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you
Oh, of
coming and
course.
spending an hour with me. I'm about to go do bedtime routine now, follow up with my trucks, and try to get some sleep. You know, when you got a about 1-year-old toddler and you're
I know
When
breastfeeding.
you're
that's
in the
right.
trucking, and when you're in the trucking industry, you don't sleep. You barely.
Well,
Yeah. And
yeah,
with kids, you sleep like six
yeah.
hours and then back at it.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it's all about time management. You gotta manage your time. You gotta plan and organize and stuff. So in the class, I'll teach you guys like little organizational tips too to keep yourself organized, to keep a system, to keep things going. So that, because I'm telling y'all,
Yeah,
I
she said she gonna
definitely
email
gotta
us about
figure
a
out a
discount on her
system.
class. She said most class be like 1,500 and stuff.
Yes,
But
that's
she's only
great.
charging $2.99.
Yes, yes. I'm only charging $2.99, and for you guys joining me tonight, I'll give you another little gift. So I gave you the DAT, and I'll give you a discount on the thing, on the class. I don't know what type of discount I'll do yet, but I'll figure it out in a second and send you guys out an email with a discount code once I figure out how to make the discount code, and I'll send it out to you guys, and you're free to join if you would like.
Sounds great.
Yep, we appreciate that.
Yes, we do.
Oh, okay, JB, you're a driver too. What do you drive? What equipment do you drive? You know, I could drive a semi truck. I drove my brother's semi truck, but I can only get up to like fifth gear. And that's it. I gotta pull over and stop. Oh Lord. I drove stick shift back in the day. Okay, you pull containers. I might have to get with you, JB, to pick your
Oh,
brain.
that's a good one to learn drayage.
Yes, yes, yes.
JB, can you get off mute or no? Oh, probably not.
I know. Why are you over there being shy, JB?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yes, we
can.
could hear you. Okay.
Yeah, I've been pulling containers like 2 years now, though.
Awesome.
How's it been?
It was good. It's slow now. It's kind of slow, but
The industry is just so upside down right now. Like everyone is trying to get into the drayage industry, and
mhm.
there's not enough freight moving. Things are still stuck on the ocean. Things are backed up. People just don't want to pay to move it because they're backed up.
That's true. That's what
And
I'm running into right
not only that, there's a season for all different types because we're in the oil field and we have slow times too. So it's
Okay,
gonna pick
okay.
up, JB.
Yeah, it will. It will.
Be
now. Yeah, it
ready.
picked back.
Well, JB, if you need a dispatcher, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 upcoming dispatchers in here. You have
Hit me,
me.
hit
Yeah, I'm
me
trying
up,
to get my
Shay.
hands in everything right now.
I know
Okay.
that's right.
Okay. And you can dispatch too. Yes. That's
That's
right.
it.
Multiple streams, multiple streams.
That's true.
Yes. All right, guys. Well, I hope to see you soon again. I'll probably try to do another one of these next week. So if you want to join, feel free to join me again. And if you're interested in the class, I'll email you the information. I'll send you guys that DAT subscription link again if you don't have DAT and you want to try it out and do the 30-day free trial. Feel free. But I appreciate you guys.
All
And
right. Have a great night. See you on Clubhouse. Are you joining?
oh yes, can you ping me? I
Yeah,
gotta
I got
look
you.
the link. All right, thanks.
Yes, I'll
On
ping.
what?
Okay.
What is it?
Clubhouse.
What is that?
Oh my God, Clubhouse is still alive.
Oh gosh,
It's
yes.
like an audio app where people go
That
on
crap
there
was so
and they have
boring.
different rooms.
It,
Yeah.
it's what you make it, right, Carmen. So you gotta make it live. I'll be on a boring clubhouse and I'll just come off my mic and raise my hand and speak and be like, hey,
You know why?
bring your energy in.
I got tired of going from room to room.
Yeah,
so
you gotta
I haven't
find the
used
right one.
Clubhouse in like 6 months.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
know what that is. Okay.
Well, we'll talk more, guys. I hope to network with you, talk with you soon, and I will see you later, okay?
All right.
See ya.
Thanks.
All right.
Bye.
Bye,
you. Bye.
everyone.
Good
Have a
night.
blessed night.
Alrighty, bye. Say hi, everybody.
Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel a chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place. Cause the love you give, you can't be replaced. So calm down, what you do. That's why I'm spend my life with you. I please you any way I can. I wish in my world that you understand. Your love is no one in a million. It goes on and on and on. You give all day long. Your love is one in a million. It goes on and on and on. You give